So welcome back to our channel, Code and Travel. We are now on our second video. On the second video, we are going to create our very first Java program. If you haven't watched our first video, please make sure to watch it first because that's our introduction to Java. So everything needs to be learned from scratch. So even if the introduction is boring, we still need to learn what is Java and what are the uses of Java. Okay? So now, let's go over with our very first Java program. What are the things needed to code our very first Java program? Of course, one of the most important things needed for us to code our Java program is our JDK. So, it's our Java development kit. Now, I have shown you this site earlier on our first video, and I have also included the link in there. We are going to download our Java JDK from Oracle site. Now, the current, the latest one here is a Java SE16. SE just means standard edition. Let's just go over and download this Java JDK since we are going to need it. Let's click on this one. Okay, so it brings us to this site. In here, you are going to choose whatever operating system you are using. Right now, I am using a Windows-based operating system. So let's download this Windows by 64-bit, and it just check on this one and then click download. Okay, so after your download has been finished downloading, just locate the file, right click on it, run it as administrator, and then let's just allow this to make changes to our device. So you can see now that it is preparing to install. Okay, when you see this, just click on next. And then this is the folder that where it will install our Java. So click on next again, and then let's just wait for it to finish setting up. So see, it took really longer than expected because I'm just using my office laptop here. But once you see this screen, this means that the Java SE development kit, the JDK that you have downloaded, has been successfully installed. See, you can see some other tutorials and API documentation if you know how to read them. Just click on next. But since we are not interested with that, let's just close this one. So after closing that one, your Java JDK is already installed on your device. For you to check what Java version is already installed on your device, just go to your, just open your command prompt, okay, and then input Java-version. So you can see here that the Java version that we have is already 16, okay, and we also have our Java SE runtime environment. So this is our JRE. Remember, I have only downloaded JDK, but it also included a Java runtime environment. We also have here our VM server. So we also have our virtual machine included. So let's close this one. After installing our Java JDK, we need to set up our path to our environment variables. So to do that, let's go over to where we have installed it. So I think I install it's on in my program files, Java. So there you go. Oh, I already have a Java JDK 14 here. This is my previous JDK, and we have downloaded and installed our JDK 16. So open that JDK 16, open the bin file. Okay, so these are all of the libraries under the bin file. Now we need to copy this path. Okay, so copy that path, the bin file. Let's go to our start menu and then search for our environment variables. So edit our system variables. Just under the advanced tab, click on environment variables. Under the environment variables, we can see here a system variables section. So just search on the path. You can see a path here, variable path. Edit that one, click on new, and let's paste the Java JDK 16 in there. Click OK. After that, we need to create our Java home as well. I'm checking if I have a Java home in here. So I have a Java home in here. This one. So I'll just delete this one. So I'm going to show you how it's being added. So let's just delete that one first. To add a Java home, click on new. Just type in Java underscore home. So we are creating a new system variable in here. For the variable value, we only need the path up to the here, JDK 16. So if you want to copy that one, so you need this path only. So just go outside the bin folder and you'll get that Java home path. Okay, so let's go back on our system variables. After that, just click on OK. So you can see now that it's been added to our system variables. Then click OK again and OK for this one to apply it. Now, so everything is set up for our JDK. But how are we going to use this JDK? The second thing that we need to download so that we can program our very first Java program, we need an IDE. So an IDE is just a text editor that we can use to write our codes on it. In this series, I am going to use Eclipse IDE. You can use other IDEs that you want like NetBeans, or actually even a Notepad editor can be used in here. So let's go over and download our Eclipse IDE. So again, let's just Google our Eclipse for Java. Okay, so you can immediately see here Eclipse IDE for Java developers from eclipse.org. So it says here that we can download a newer package here. Okay, and then let's just download this Eclipse IDE for Java developers. I'm using a Windows operating system. Just download whatever operating system you are using. Okay, so after this, just click on download. And we're back after downloading our Eclipse IDE for Java. So you can see it's zip right now. Let's just click on it and then let's extract it. Oops. Let's extract that one and then click on OK. So it's going to be extracted in the same folder. I really had a hard time with my internet, you know. It took me forever to download that 389 MB file. After you finish extracting our zip file, click on open the folder and then open this Eclipse folder in here, and then you can see an application for the Eclipse. So all you need to do is double click that one and then our Eclipse will automatically start for us. This may take some time for the first run because it's going to need to read some of its system components. So we just need to wait for it. Okay, so after it reads the system components, it will ask us to set up our workspace. So we can browse for our workspace. I'm going to set up my workspace here in my desktop. So see, I already have my workspace in here. Let's just use this one. But you can also create a new folder. Yeah, I'll just create a new folder, workspace. See, with the capital letters. So I've created a workspace and then I'm going to select that folder. Let's just use this as our default folder and then click on launch. So this will launch our Eclipse IDE. So our Eclipse IDE just opened. You can see a bunch of things here that you don't really need. So what you want to do now is create a new Java project. So we are going to start coding our first Java project. Let's click on that one, create a new Java project. So it will ask you for a project name. For our first Java project, let's just call it Java or Java first. Java first. And then right now on my JRE, I have here a Java SE 15. So you can choose the Java SE that you need, I mean the runtime. So I'm just going to use what's the current JRE. After that one, you just need to click on finish. So let's click on finish in here. For this one, let's not create a module info for Java. Let's don't create that one. So now we are in our IDE where we have created our first Java project. So our Eclipse IDE have different parts. So you can see here that this is our package explorer. In short, this is where you can see your files or your classes that you have created. Now this area is where you can type your codes in it. So this is your text editor. This part at the bottom is your console. So you can see here the problems. You can see some declarations. But if you have already created a class in here, you can see that this will be where your console window is. So let's move on now and let's create our very first Java class. So let's create new, a Java class. Let's name this as our main class. Now, you want to check this public static void main method in here so that you will not type it on your own for your very first Java project. And then just hit on finish. And there you go. You can see here at our package explorer that we have our main class.java. And it will give you this structure. Right? So we have here a public main class. So that's our main class and it is public right now. And then we have here our public static void main method. So I'm going to talk about methods and classes later on. But always remember that to start a Java project, you always need a main method. This is where your Java project will start. Okay? If the Java project does not have a main method, it will throw an error because that's the starting point of all Java projects, the main method. Now, you can delete this one. So this is just a comment line. If you have noticed, to write a comment line, just use double backslash or slash, double slash, right? This is a comment. So everything your program needs to do, you can put them here inside our main method. Of course, for our very first Java project, we are going to write the most popular code, which is hello world. Okay? What we need to do right now is we are going to try to print out hello world on our console. So to do a print out in Java, we need to call our system class. System class. And then click dot. And then let's search for the out. So you can see here that there are different print stream for our system classes. So system.out. And then under the dot out, you can say dot. Let's go on print line. So this will print a new line. So you can actually read the descriptions of these methods in here. So it will print a new line. Click enter on that one. So you can see that it automatically put a semicolon at the end for me. So whatever you need to output on your console, you need to put them here inside the system.out.println. So let's put here hello world. Let us now try to run our very first Java project. So we have just inputted system.out.println hello world under our main method. So you can run this by clicking on this button, then run as Java application. So it will show you this one. So you can just check that one and click on OK in here. So you can see that we have our console here and it says hello world, right? So that's your very first Java program which will output hello world on our console. You can be creative with this one. You can also put here system.out.println. So whatever you want, like hello what's my girlfriend's name? It's Lavinia. Hello my Lavinia, right? And then put a heart in there. So see, let's just comment out this system.out.print hello world. Click on run again. So it will say, "Hello, my Lavinia." Wow. That's our very first Java program. Yeah, so that's basically it. So you can just be creative with it and then output anything that you want on our console window. On our next videos, we are going to tackle what or discuss what are the meanings of this, like public, what is class, what is public static void mean. But for now, just be creative and practice what the system that print that LN can offer you. Okay? Congratulations guys on creating your very first Java program. Thank you guys and see you on our next video.